Here we got our synchros. Not sure which one's which, if they're labeled or somehow. We're gonna have to figure that out. Oh yeah. We're gonna have to figure this out, see how we can unbox this and see which one's which. Doesn't look like they're labeled. Maybe we might have to go into the order and see what the part number is. Let's go do that. Alright, so I already took the case and I opened it up. This is what we got. Never really taken this apart before, so I'm gonna go ahead and basically record everything that I'm doing. It'll probably be like a time lapse. It's probably gonna take me a really long time, but this is what we have. I got the synchros labeled. I figured out which one was which. Got 5th and 6th. This one I didn't label it, but it's 3rd and 4th, and then these in the bag is 1 and 2. So we got a little cheat sheet here just in case we mess anything up. Shout out to All Data. So here we go. Once I got to this point, I realized that the rest of the gears need to get pressed off. The first ones came out by hand, so these next ones, I used a hydraulic press that we had in the shop. I had a friend of mine go ahead and help me get these off. I unfortunately did not record it, so I don't have any footage of that. But at this point, I have everything off. I have everything ready to be inspected, so I can go ahead and remove the old synchro sleeve and put the new ones on. So at this moment, I'm basically getting myself familiar with everything and how it works and how everything goes together. So that way when I replace everything, I can ensure that everything is going to go back the same way that it came off. I'm currently working on the countershaft. This countershaft is the one that's going to take care of 1st and 2nd gear. So once I get this one put back together with the new parts, then we can move on to the main shaft. That's going to take care of the rest of the other gears. That one was the top one, this is the bottom one. Cool. Same shit.
Nice.
There's gotta be a specific way it goes on, right? Yes. That's beautiful. So thankfully, working in a shop, you get a lot of friends that help you out and give you pointers. This is a really good pointer. I use a hot plate to heat up the gears so I can go ahead and slide them on the shaft way easier. This is definitely so helpful because I probably would have messed it up if I didn't do it this way. The first one I didn't get it as hot as the other ones. For the following ones, I put them on way longer. You motherfucker. So this is why I ended up using a torch for it to continue to heat it up and then finally seat it and move on to the next ones. Woo! Oh, I think we got it. Let's try to see if we can get that one on too. Oh yeah.
That energy on the dance floor, I think, because house
Almost, come on. One more. Yes. So the counter shaft went ahead and got finished up. That went smoothly, so thankfully that's all finished up. Now we can go ahead and move on to the main shaft. Again, we did need to use the hydraulic press. I did not show that on camera, so I went ahead and used the shop's hydraulic press to go ahead and press out all of these gears and synchro sleeves. Now that we have everything laid out, I can go ahead and see how everything stacks up because there's a lot more moving parts, so I have to be a little bit more careful on how I place this out. Once I have everything placed out, I can go ahead and replace these with their new parts and then put everything back reverse order and then get one step closer to putting these gears back into the transmission case. There you go. Here's this other synchro sleeve. There we go. Okay, let's put this here on the side. I wonder if these ones have
Like a different taper?
yeah, porque yeah. Here, I won't get up, so we'll compare it to this one right now. These look almost identical. Okay, and let's compare it to this one. See if it'll. This one's got a little bit of a taper to it, and this one doesn't. So this one's got to be the same thing as this one. Okay, so 5 and 6 were the top two, and then 3 or 4 were the bottom ones. These are the old ones. I don't remember how it went, but are these identical? Something's wrong here. The synchro sleeve doesn't move. This is the one that doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it want to move?
What?
The synchro, this one will go up, and this one will go up to this one and down to this one. But this one, I can't get it to.
It's the same one, same thing.
To that. This one, more synchro down here. Yeah, it's pretty much spot on.
No.
Yeah, something's off about this. I don't know what's wrong with it. Oh. Like this should come up, but it kind of feels like it's kind of cocked. Uh-oh. Why is that?
Oh.
Okay, that'll do it.
There you go. Go ahead. See if we can lock it down.
No. Something's not right here. What if we start stacking them in here? Because in reality, it's only about 1 or 2.
Let's just move it around. I'll flip it down. I go one by one. No.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I go one by one. So one is all reversed now. See, that's probably gonna probably heat this one up.
Sweet. Yep, that splines into there. And then that last one, probably gotta heat that one up too.
Deeper.
It's the, oh, okay, yeah. Big boy just. And then last but not least.
That should be going down though, right?
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
We had something like that.
Let's see what happens if we put all this shit on. Alright.
Don't want shit up either.
What? Eventually we're gonna get it. There you go. Ah, what did you do?
I don't know. I guess we're in the wrong spot.
Wow, that's beautiful. Lord have mercy, thank God. Doesn't go on? I literally just popped it off when I took the trans out. There we go. So finally, we have completed the main shaft and the counter shaft. Everything's finally put together, pressed in, and ready to go and put back inside the case. But before we can do that, I need to clean it up. I need to get rid of this old Honda Bond that's on there, clean it up with Scotch-Brite, some brake clean, and get it ready so we can go ahead and put a new bead and seal this case. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and put both the counter shafts inside this case. That is a little bit tricky because both those shafts need to go in at the exact same time because the gears need to be meshed. So when everything goes in, it's a little bit difficult. Again, I asked one of my coworkers to help me, but once we got everything lined up, everything was ready to go, and then we can move on to the next step. All right, here we got this case half ready to go, and we're going to put it back on. As you can see, we have everything finally lined up. It was kind of a pain to get these chips forks to line up so everything's in neutral, so I needed the help of some coworkers to go ahead and get this done. So right now I'm going to put this case half on top of it and kind of get it somewhat close to the edge so that way I can just put the little Honda Bond on it and then finally seat it down, and then we'll be ready to close this up and then check it to make sure everything's looking good. See if we can get it. It's a little bit hard, but all right, let's get to it. Alright guys, I have finally finished the repair on my transmission and it's ready to get reinstalled back on my car. I wish I could say sealing the case was the easy part, but after many tries and lots of help from my friends, I was able to get it. I tried to keep this video short and sweet, but still show you all the steps I had to take to finally get to where we are now. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys on the next part.